Hi, I'm Liz, and I'm going to be showing you how to query and download data on the Chesapeake Data Explorer. This function is publicly available, and you do not need a user account to access it. Let's get started. To get started, navigate to the Chesapeake Data Explorer homepage at cmc.vims.edu. This homepage will default to the Map setting, and you'll see two buttons at the top of the screen, one for Map and one for Query. Click the Query button in order to access the query page. To build a query, fill out the fields in order to narrow down the data to your specified criteria. The fields in this form need to be filled out from top to bottom because the query function is designed to yield results. So as you fill in information at the top, the fields below will populate with information based on your previous selections. The only required field is this first field, the data type, in which you need to choose whether you want to download water quality or benthic macroinvertebrate data. Your next option is to choose a geographical type. This can either be a political boundary, which will give you the option to choose a state and locality, or your watershed boundary, which will give you the option to choose a watershed and subwatershed. Next, choose any watershed you would like to download. You can choose multiple watersheds, so choose all that apply. Next, you can choose a subwatershed from the drop-down list. Again, you can choose all that apply. Next, you can select any specific groups from the drop-down list or any specific stations from the drop-down list. Select any specific parameters that you would like to download. We're going to check out dissolved oxygen. And then select your start and end date. First, select the appropriate year for your data set. I'm going to select all 2018 data. Lastly, you need to choose any metadata that you would like to include with your data download. The data download spreadsheet contains date, time, station name, latitude and longitude, and group name, along with the water quality or benthic data. You can choose additional information about groups or stations for the benthic data, or groups, stations, parameters, and calibration parameters for water quality data. So select the appropriate metadata options. Once you have the metadata file selected, click Get Results. This will automatically download a CSV file with data from your query. The data file will be labeled CMC Water Quality Samples if you query water quality data, and CMC Benthic Samples if you query benthic data. Each metadata file will be downloaded as separate CSV files labeled CMC Groups, CMC Stations, CMC Parameters, or CMC Calibration Parameters. For a more in-depth look into each of these files, watch the Query Files video. Thanks for watching, and check out our other videos to learn about additional functionality of the database.